Welcome back to League on Lock. Eric and Mark finally returns to the show after his stint at Worlds. And since Worlds is done, it's on to the offseason. We're right there. And rumors, even before Worlds had wrapped up, because so many of the top tier teams were eliminated a lot earlier than we were expecting, means rumors are flying left, right, and center. There was some sites, some Chinese websites that have already leaked rumors. Now, before we go into these, I gotta say they're rumors. This isn't fact. This is not going to happen. We're not breaking it like it's news that this has already happened. It's just a rumor, and Mark and I will see if any of these have any chance of actually coming true.
You'll understand shortly why we're prefacing this with that type of warning here, because some of them seem pretty legitimate or seem like things that we could envision happening in our world. But I tell you what, some of these rumors, they're on different timelines because I don't see these ever happening in this world.
Let's start with all the RNG ones, because for the most dominant team in 2018, except for their disappointment at Worlds, they completely destroyed the entire scene. And now we got rumors that, well, first off, the best player on the planet, Uzi, is retiring. He's just done. Maybe it's because of the physical stuff that he's had, the back injuries, shoulder injuries that he's dealt with. But come on, there's no way he's retiring after having one of the best seasons, best years, calendar years of any player, save for the likes of Faker and some other Korean players. And then RNG, there's also rumors that MLXG and Ming will be heading to Rogue Warriors. Zhao Hu's heading to Flash Wolves to replace Maple. So the entire RNG roster, based again on these rumors, it's blown up.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Which I can see the RNG roster being blown up, shaken up in these type of ways. Someone wanting to poach MLXG, try to, take their chances on whether you're going to be bringing in MLXG or MLXD. It doesn't matter. I could see him possibly being on the move. A little bit more skeptical here of Ming being on the move. This is a guy that has played forever this season with Faker. He's been playing almost more games than I think anybody else has been playing out on the Rift.
There's no sub for him on RNG.
This dude is the guy beside Uzi here, and there is no way that Uzi is retiring right now. I've heard all these type of things, and yes, I can understand some of the concern about his shoulder injuries. Bruh, RNG, spend some of that money, get the man a nice chair. This is who you gotta be taking care of. Uzi is the guy, and he ain't going anywhere. You'll see Uzi back in 2019.
Get him something more than just a nice chair, too. Come on, RNG, get him some incredible massage therapy. Put him in some underwater ice that's going to just heal him.
If the owner of IG, Wang Xian, can have 17 Apple Watches for his dog, you can find a way to get a nice enough chair for Uzi to be feeling good, RNG. Come on, pony up the cash.
Does he have 17 Apple Watches?
17 Apple Watches
for
his dog, man.
17 legs.
Hey, doesn't even need it. Doesn't matter. IG are the champions, and they're going to get 17 Apple Watches on their championship skins.
The only rumor I could see maybe coming true here is, MLXG, because he wants more playing time alongside Karsa, although the duo of them were one of the best parts of RNG, being able to sub them out because they have different play styles. But maybe MLXG wants to start somewhere else, and sure, deservedly so. He, at times, has been one of the best junglers on the planet, and at times been one of the worst. But I could see him getting a starting spot. Other than that, even Zhao Hu for Maple, I can't see Flash Wolves doing that because that's just going to bring communication issues. And as we've seen at international events, Maple is still a top-tier mid laner.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that the Flashers would be wanting to make that type of move. It's not exactly the proactive type of move that is going to shake up your roster, shake up the team in the positive way that you would be intending to here to try and find better results at Worlds. You've already seen with this Flash Wolf roster at MSI that you were able to find some success on the international stage, especially with these veteran players still as well. And yeah, it didn't exactly work out for you at Worlds, but I think a large part of that is due to the same thing that teams like Afrika Freak suffered from, not being able to quick enoughly adapt to the expanding meta where it was all about that early game aggression, and that really ended up hurting them. And I don't think that they're going to want to be making any hasty decisions here.
And some of the other LPL news outside of RNG is again, rumors, I'm going to say that 6 more times, that DoinB is going to also be retiring from Rogue Warriors to pursue a streaming career, and with that, Knight, who has been one of the most hyped up young mid laners in the LPL, will be replacing him on Rogue Warriors, which would give Rogue Warriors a lineup of MLXG, Knight, and Ming in there, along with SMLZ, who was the best AD carry at times in the LPL. So all of a sudden, Rogue Warriors has a super team in this alternate dimension.
Yeah, and I want everyone to remember this one here because, hey, all this attention has, of course, been on Uzi to start off Worlds. And then as we end it here with the dominance of Jackie Love, the 17-year-old showing us those skills that he's got on Kai'Sa, don't forget about SMLZ because this dude is certainly able to bring those mechanical skills out there on the Rift, and he is a menace in the bot lane to deal with. I think that Rogue Warriors are really shaping themselves up here. I don't know exactly about the legitimacy here, about DoinB possibly retiring. I still think he's got a lot more to offer, especially on the pro stage. But hey, can't deny some of these numbers financially that these guys could be pulling in with the streaming life out there in China. But I think that one might not happen quite as much as I would expect, hey, possibly adding someone like an MLXG or even managing to steal away Mr. Uzi's Ming over to the Rogue Warriors.
Maybe if Ming leaves, then Uzi says, all right, I'm retiring. I don't want a new support. More retirement news, but in the LCK, Crown after Gen G's crash and burn. Again, same sources that are highly questionable, not sure if they're coming true, but Crown's going to be retiring, and the juiciest ones, of course, are surrounding SKT. And in 2019, apparently, you'll be seeing Smeb and Peanut make his return back to SKT. And again, Smeb in that top lane. Smeb would be fantastic for you.
Yeah. Well, hey, first SKT fans, let's eat our vegetables here. Talk about Crown possibly retiring. It is something that could be happening here. We've expected it for a long time, and seeing his performance at Worlds, I think that that's where we'll be going. But SKT time now. And hey, if we could add Smeb, Peanut to this type of roster, oh boy. I think that you see a revitalized team motivated behind Faker to make some waves here on the international stage in 2019. Yes, we've seen Peanut with SKT before, and yes, we have seen it alternate between either being complete domination from him at the times in MSI to being more or less inefficient during the summer split later. But I still think that this is the type of move that you want to be seeing if you're an SKT fan, given how things worked out. And oh boy, adding some of this to your top lane play? Yeah, give me some of that.
I just can't see Smeb joining SKT. He literally said in interviews he went to KT to take down and defeat SKT. Maybe he feels like that's been accomplished by them not even getting the Worlds. So now he can go over there?
They managed to beat them last year, but hey, that's saying, if you can't beat them, join them. This might be the time to unite forces here. Faker and Smeb, the players that back in 2016 people were saying we're the 2 best in the world, combining to say, hey, Uzi's the best in the world? Nuh-uh, not on our watch. Time to take him down.
Yeah, 2019, it'll definitely be interesting to see how the LCK bounces back. And keep in mind, even Faker's contract is up this year, so he's not even a given that'll be back with SKT. I would be absolutely shocked if he decided he didn't want to return to the team, because obviously they want him back. It's a matter of, will he want to come back? And people love to meme on Peanut, by the way, for how not good he was in 2017 summer and at Worlds. But you remember the entire spring split, SKT was absolutely dumpstering everyone.
Yeah, this is certainly still one of the most premier junglers in the game that you have to respect here and know that, hey, this is someone who knows exactly how to find those little bit of a lead in some lane there and manage to help them snowball it even more so into these big leads that you just certainly can't come back from. Peanut is absolutely a jungler you need to keep your eye on. Creative pathing is still something that he's strong with as well. And hey, if you're looking at some of the games that we had from the jungler position for SKT before last year, you'll take Peanut as a for certain upgrade here.
Yeah, over Blank or Blossom, doesn't matter which one of them, Peanut would still be an upgrade. Maybe Peanut and Blank are reunited, because we know Coma will not bench or get rid of Blank entirely. He has some bond with him that cannot be broken.
He's got some type of blackmail over him or some type of promise of finding him a wife after the career is over. Because, hey, Blank is there pretty much, it seems, for good, even if his play doesn't seem to match up to the SKT name.
One of the saddest parts about Worlds 2018, by the way, was when Gen G got eliminated, people were still mad at Blank because they said if you played better, SKT would have been here and we wouldn't be as disappointed. Leave the poor man alone. He's still only 20 years old. I hope he still has a long career ahead of him because we've seen at his peaks that he can be a world-class jungler. But in 2019, it's going to be very interesting to see the LCK be one of the most active in the offseason because there's a whole lot of question marks, especially with SKT, and Mark and I will be here to monitor all of them here in the offseason.